Hello, welcome back to the interface. My name's Alex. Today we're looking at the infotainment screen on the Mercedes Citan and the Mercedes eCitan. They're both going to be very similar, and they've got the same 7-inch touchscreen, and we've got support for wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. The eCitan and the Citan don't yet support wireless Apple CarPlay just yet. Its cousin, the Nissan Townstar, does actually support wireless Apple CarPlay, which I found a bit strange. But in this video, we're going to go over the infotainment screen, all the different settings and how to use it, and then also the driver's display as well. It's a little display in front of the steering wheel here. So first things first, it's quite a small screen. We've got a large bezel around the outside. There are some shortcut buttons underneath. So we've got a button here for camera, a button for telephone, a nice physical volume rocker, got a back home button, a power button, a vehicle button, a skip track button, radio media selector, navi and map. And then there's some other buttons for the vehicles down the bottom there. And then on the screen, we've got a home button up here, takes it back to the home screen. Got a profile button, so you can add profiles, and then there's general settings for that as well. Got a search button, so you can search for various things. This is not very good at searching things, so it's, especially with the sat nav itself, it doesn't seem very accurate in terms of searching stuff, or very intelligent. They've also got a notifications button as well. So everything on the screen is not set out like an iPad or like an app view. We've got a carousel view, so we've got phone, navigation, radio, media, eCitan, so the settings for the vehicle, the EV side of the vehicle. Got apps, and then also settings as well. So let's go through the apps one by one and see what we've got. So we've got a phone app. No device connected currently, so I haven't got my phone connected via Bluetooth just at the moment. We have got device manager, so we can go in and delete devices if we want to. I haven't actually bothered to connect my phone via Bluetooth because it doesn't have wireless Apple CarPlay. I've just been plugging it in with the cable. So you can connect to your device if you want to. Name format, so general sort of stuff in here. I'd imagine if you were using Apple CarPlay, you wouldn't even need to use the phone app on here, so not really a massive issue. Import contacts, we've got delete contacts as well. And then we've got basically a way to search for the Bluetooth on the car. And we've got a number pad, and then the search button as well. You can search for your contacts if you want to. And you can connect 2 phones at once by the look of things. Navigation, this sat nav is frankly quite poor. I did try and use it the other day. It is not very good, basically, to put it as simply as possible. It's not very good. So if you were using this vehicle, I would strongly recommend to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, because this is just going to be very annoying at searching things. If you search a postcode, it puts you in a random place. It can't search POIs or point of interest options very well. So there's some information in here, motor information, but this feels like it's about 10 years old. So I'm not even going to go over that too much. Got radio, so we got, let's turn that down before we get copyrighted. We've got some presets on the bottom. We've got the option to search different things. We've got the current stations playing. You can see in the background there, we've got this carousel view, which is quite nice. Reminds me of a iPod, actually, like an old iPod from the carousel view you get when you play music. So quite nice. It works quite well. Got settings, got equalizer on here. Got no one's been faffing with the settings, which is good. Got balance. So you can move the balance. How much this is going to impact anything, to be honest, because we've got 2 seats. It will be interesting to see because there are only 4 speakers. So there's also volume, so you can automatically adjust the volume if you want to as well. You've got general for the radio, got general settings. Radio announcements are off. We've got settings. You can specify what type of announcements you actually want from the vehicle. We've got frequency fix, radio text information, DAB slideshow. That's that little carousel thing I was on about. We've got change station in the background as well. So a few settings in there, which is quite nice. We've got media. So at the moment, again, there is no device connected to the vehicle at the moment, but we can specify via USB or Bluetooth. So if you have got a really old phone that doesn't have CarPlay or Android Auto, you can just use this method. Or if you do have an iPod, I think this would work if you have an iPod Classic or iPod Nano or something. So if you are just with an iPod, you can use it, I guess, via that way. So that's quite good. And then there's the settings in here, same sort of stuff really, device managers, equalizer, sound settings. So a lot of the settings do seem to be moved over. The eCitan section, so the charging settings on this vehicle aren't the best. So if I turn the ignition on, we've got charging options, current settings. So that doesn't do anything at all. And current settings, I think it means to do with what current the vehicle can accept. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. Departure time, so that's off at the moment. If we go back a page, consumption. So I'm going to turn the ignition off, I think, for now. There we go. Oh, it wants ignition on to do the consumption. Okay. So it tells me since start, done 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour. 88% of the energy consumed has gone towards the driving. 3% is other consumers. Not sure what that is. And then 9% is heating and cooling. Owner's manual as well. There are some graphs here. So average average miles per kilowatt hour. And then there's also some charging options in here. It's very, very, very minimal in terms of its options. So we're going to turn the ignition off again. So let's go back a page by pressing this button this time. We've got some apps on here. So you've got Mercedes Me. This is Mercedes remote access function. There's an app on the iPhone that you can use to log into the car remotely, I believe, and you can do different things. There is also an internal fleet option to manage a fleet of these vehicles, which is quite cool. Let's go back to the apps. We've got smartphone. That's not connected at the moment. We've got a browser as well. No active data connection. Okay, I can't download that one. Lastly, we've got settings for the vehicle. So we've got assistance features. We've got active brake assist, function unavailable, switch on ignition, that's fine. Got attention assist as well. We also got vehicle. So we've got rear view camera, acoustic lock. So that's will play the horn once it locks itself. Automatic locking, search for charging stations. Lights, auto, interior lights, surround lighting as well. You've got systems. So you've got display. So you've got display brightness, which is currently turned down. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. Got display off, day and night design, automatic as well, and that is controls, keyboards and handwriting. We've got this option to do that as well. You can specify different keyboard modes. Touch control sensitivity, got medium, fast or slow. Acoustic operating feedback, normal. So we've got, just go that on if you want to. It's quite relatively useful. Got voice assistant. So you've got hi Mercedes.
How can I help?
Okay, get rid of that. Got online recognition. Online recognition subscriptions. There's the subscription for it. You've got audio settings. So let's turn the volume down on that. Entertainment. So you've got equalizer. Okay, so it's separate sort of stuff. We've seen that before on the screen. Navigation announcements. That's you've got driving recommendation volume. Audio fade out. So you can have that on or off. Driving recommendations during the phone call, that's off by default, which is good, and you can set the volume for the driving announcements. Phone, got phone ringtone volume, speech volume, acoustic operating feedback. I'm going to turn that back to normal now because it was a bit loud, and then hand recognition as well. Got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so you can connect the car to the Wi-Fi network if you want to. MBUX hotspot, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, transmit vehicle position, time and date. So let's see what's been set here. Automatic time zone, good. Manual time is off, set date format, different things in there. Got languages, got units as well, so that's set to miles, correct. License, software updates, so let's look at software. Automatic updates available. Pin protection, system information. This was, when was this last updated? It doesn't actually tell me, so it just says 81, the software version. It says Appel Evil. And we can reset the entire vehicle if we want to, so that's useful. That's pretty much it for the settings on the vehicle. There isn't much to it, and disappointingly, the EV section is pretty poor, pretty lackluster. So let's have a quick look at the driver's display now as well. So we've got the driver's display. There are some controls on the steering wheel. So if I come out here, so you've got on the left-hand side, we've got the controls. There's a little haptic square there. So this little thing here, that basically gives you the ability to control the radio system with that haptic mouse thing, which is quite good. And then on this side, if we get that to focus, we've got the controls for the driver display. So again, haptic control, home buttons, back buttons. Also got cruise control settings as well. So if we have a quick look at the settings on the screen here. So we've got basically a horizontal portrait sort of menu system. So we've got trip computer. So all I'm doing is swiping up on this little square here at the moment. We've got bonus mileage you get. So when you're driving, it'll tell you how many miles you've got bonus from regen or coasting. Also got current consumption, so when you're driving live, that'll tell you. We've also got the percentage there. The percentage is hidden from you when you are driving along, sort of reduce a bit of anxiety. And then we've got the mileage on the top right there, how much range you've got, and we've got the total trip, so 2,591 miles. And I've done, since I've had this vehicle, since Wednesday last week, 350 miles. It's not too bad, really. And then if we swipe, go back to the home screen, we've got a few options in here. We've got navigation. So let's have a quick look at this. This will basically just tell you what direction you're traveling. It should, in theory, tell you the turn-by-turn directions as well. Got radio, so you can choose what radio station is playing. And you got let's go back to assistance. So it says system suspended, last break. That's all it tells you in there. Servicing, so it just tells you when the service on the vehicle needs to be done. So you've got assistance plus service A in 213 days. This car's not really that old, so it's pretty good. Got radio, got media, Bluetooth, no device connected. Got telephone, again no phone connected at the moment. Got settings. This would be just the assistant settings in here. Parking assistant volume 5, audio fade out warning tone as well. So pretty good. So that's been a look at the Mercedes eCitan and Citan infotainment systems. If you want to learn more about the interface, visit our website, theinterface.uk. I've been Alex, and I'll see you again next time.